Hi everybody, I am here to give you some feedback on your writing this week, and I want you all to remember that this class is about art history, but a large component of it is about your writing. So with our discussion post, I'm kind of like leading you toward successful paper writing, successful college level writing, sounding professional, all of these things. So when I'm doing these reviews, I hope that you'll listen to not only your own feedback. I mean, I know sometimes that's all you have time to do, and I understand that. But if you look at the top, you'll see the name of the person who I'm reviewing right now. And if you need to skip through, then, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. I would have done the same thing. But there might be, some little bits of wisdom for you along the way for other people. So without further ado, okay, so here's Amanda's. I noticed that so many people use this exact same fact. And I would encourage you to look and see what other people have written. And some of you may be doing that and just writing exactly what they wrote. But I would encourage you to, if you're going to include the same fact as others, expand on it. Tell us a little more about it. Or choose a completely different fact. There's so many facts that can be found in each chapter. I want you guys to go a little further, a little deeper. So, like I said, so this is interesting. This tells us something a little bit beyond, for example, the Romans ruled almost all of Europe. So Amanda went like a step further. And don't forget to include punctuation along with the capital letter. And I highly, highly recommend using Grammarly. You can use the free version. And as long as you're writing in your own words, you shouldn't have to worry about plagiarism checks. But I do that. This week, however, amazingly, we haven't had any. But anyway, so just the free Grammarly, just copy and paste your work into where it says new. And it's great. It will tell you just little things that you could fix so easily, and check your performance. What kind of writing level are you achieving? Is it correct? Is it clear? Is it engaging? Is all of this stuff. Okay, sorry Amanda, I'm going on with you too long. And then, okay, good. Don't forget that period. So, 3 facts about Byzantium. Be careful that you are using complete sentences. So we need a subject in this sentence. And I would kind of warn against very, very short, simple sentences. I mean, here we are. We're at the college level. We want to sound more intelligent. We want to include more information. We don't want to just fly by the seat of our pants and just get the bare minimum done, because leading toward the midterm and the final, that's going to hurt our scores, our grades. Okay, again, periods. A lot of people are writing when it was founded, and I would encourage you to not just talk about history. Talk about art. Art is the most important part of this class. And yes, it's historical. And yes, a lot of things happened while the art was being made. And yes, the art says a lot of things about the time period. But I would like to hear more about the art than, what year it was founded. Okay. Okay, these are good. Okay, now simple sentences like this. I feel like you could be a little more specific. Maybe you could say, tell me the color of the jewels. Maybe you could tell me what kind of details on the dome. Okay, so this is the thing that I'm looking for. I want more detail. And you should want more too. You should be proud of your writing. Okay, and this is Amber. So Amber, you also need to watch out for writing complete sentences. So if you look at your score over here, according to Grammarly, it's not so good. Very, very simple sentences. Okay? Yes, you have a subject. Yes, you have a verb. You're not putting that in a period. You're not putting in punctuation. And make sure your sentence makes sense. And make sure your sentences are not so simple that you're not really getting enough out of the class. Okay, so this is like part of a sentence. And this is part of a sentence. And then just simple dates like this, I need to know more about art. Okay, again, this is part of a sentence. Part of a sentence. Okay, and this is, your favorites, and you described one of them, and you gave your own opinion about it, but make sure you're including some facts. It's okay to give your opinion, I love that, but I want to know, what did you learn about this art piece, besides what it looks like? And you should be doing that for each artwork. Also, don't forget to put in which fact you found most interesting. Next is Angel. Okay, again, the year it was founded. It's like simple, cut and dried facts. Well, we hadn't heard about Augustus yet. Okay, so this is an interesting fact. And good. Again, just the year it was founded. I'm not really learning that much other than a date. And nobody remembers dates anyway. I mean, kind of basically, was it 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago? But in the overall scheme of things, I want to hear about what you learned about the art that was created. Okay, so this is good. This is a little simplified. Simple. And again, simple. I mean, it's true. It is a fact. But I would like you to expand upon it a little more. Okay, so I agree that's fascinating. And I feel this is, pretty good. And yes, okay, the largest surviving Byzantium ivory panel. So that is a great point. Okay, unique and very detailed. You could say almost any artwork is unique and detailed. So, I mean, I understand that's your opinion about it. Try and throw a fact in there. Sorry if you feel like I'm being overly picky, but I honestly just want you to get the most out of the course. I really, really do. I want you to move forward into your other classes and into your life being a better writer. Okay, so here's Chimera Lay. Okay, this is good. This is good, but it's been said, and it's very simple. What kind of cultures? Could you have told us, what all the cultures that are involved in the Roman civilization? Because that would be interesting. Okay, this is good. Yes, that's good. Very nice. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. This could be expanded on, say, you know, such as what? What political image did you see from Byzantium? Okay, this is very good. I like that you expanded on that. Okay, good. Don't forget to include who you're talking about. And maybe add what cultures. What cultures are you talking about? Because any person off the street is not going to know. So they might be really fascinated to hear about your thoughts. So keep that in mind. Try not to be vague and just specific to the reading as if everybody knows everything. I mean, I don't know everything. I want to hear more. Okay, here comes Caroline. Caroline had a really nice score there. Okay, but this sentence, one of the most antique things left behind in history. I can't say I agree with that statement, because think about it. I mean, we've been way back to Paleolithic, the Stone Age. You can't get much more antique than that. So I would be more specific and not generalize. Okay, this is good. And it's also good because you're the first person who said that. Yes, good. Good, good. Okay. You could even expand on that statement. What were their accomplishments? You know, such as, for example. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, that was actually a kind of a big deal. Right. So what could you state specifically about the Barberini ivory? Yeah, there's a lot of detail. Most artworks do have detail. I want to know, what details did you like? Okay. Good. Okay, now color and design are good terms to talk about in art, but I would like to hear some specifics. The fact I think is most important is the 2 centuries founded. Okay, this sentence does not make sense. I mean, I have to really think about what you might be talking about, but I'm not sure. It's not specific. Okay, here comes Chloe. Chloe wrote a lot. She got a nice score there. Okay, and I'm going to enlarge this so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, good. Lots about politics. That's a funny little thing to know, isn't it? I think it's great. He wasn't Italian, oh boy. Okay, this is specific. Good. And again, specific. Great, great, great. Why was illuminated manuscript important? I would challenge you to tell me why. I know it was important. Believe me, I do. But why do you think it was important? What would you want people to know if they were your reader and they're reading your writing? Be a little more specific there. Okay. Yes, this is great. Very specific. Okay, that's nice. True. I mean, this is not a new thing, art for religious purposes. We will be stuck in that for a while. I mean, that was like a power of the rulers to say, okay, this is a religion that you're going to practice. This is what you need to know, or you're going to burn in hell. And then, seriously, people believed that. Okay, good. Good. Yes, great fact. Okay, let's hear about your art pieces. Let's see if I can move this window down. There we go. Okay. The coins. Okay. So that's good. That's a good point. You might want to point out a specific coin. Okay, great. Okay, this is good, but it is largely opinion-based, so if you could add in maybe one detail that not the average person might say, because, you know, you are more learned, you're collegiate, you're an academic person now. You've got to say a little bit more. Okay, here's Derek. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. So David actually got a really good score too. And 100% original. I'd love to see that. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, here we go with Derek. Feet on ground combat. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a cool fact. I like that. Very good. Have you ever heard that song? 25 miles from home, yeah. My feet are getting mighty tired. That's good. Oh, yeah. So you can imagine you're laying on a couch, you know, having this bunch of grapes, you know, never a fork or knife. True. So this is fabulous. Great job, Derek. This I did not realize. I thought that when the new powers moved in, they would immediately smash off the head of all the old rulers. But maybe that does come into play. I didn't realize that. So see, you're teaching me, which is not that hard to do. I'm just a normal human. Okay, good. Good. Very nice. Okay, this is good. This is specific. Interesting. Yeah, honestly, great. So true. Maybe you could even add a description in there a little bit so people understand why. Why is this artwork so popular? Why is it so controversial? Okay, good. All right, excellent, Derek. So you are a good example for everyone else. Now, Haley, the first thing I noticed is that this week you're writing in all capital letters. And first thing I thought was, did I tell her to make sure she's capitalizing last week? And please just make sure that you're capitalizing the proper nouns at the beginnings of sentences and that kind of thing. Most people feel that when all of the text is written in capital letters, that you are shouting at them. I don't know, I heard that many years ago, and it always kind of stuck with me. Okay, 4 styles of paintings, okay? Yeah, but what were they? So expand upon that thought and make sure there's periods at the end. Okay, this is a little vague. And, I mean, can you explain a little bit more? And so this is the artist. Okay. Is there anything you could expand upon there? I mean, you're already there in the book. Might as well add a few more details so that your writing is more exciting. People want to, they like eat it up. When they see basic facts, they might just get bored and not read any further. Not to say that you're boring, Haley, because you are anything but boring. You've got this wonderful, vivacious personality. So I'm trying to picture you reading this as if it were a speech, and as if you were teaching a class. And I want you to add more. I want you to really excite your reader. Okay, this is good. Okay, this is kind of basic. You could go into a little bit more detail. And, okay, I think you have a spelling error here. Maybe you're thinking the mosque. Great Mosque. And this is a good fact. I would add a little more detail to that one, however, because it's so interesting. I mean, this just reminds me of something I read today about in England. They used to have people that would go around with a really long stick and tap on someone's window, and they were not a waker upper. It was like something upper. But that's what they did. They had to get up at like 3 a.m. and go around and wake everybody up at the time that they wanted to be awakened. And, this was a job up until the 1970s. Oh my gosh. So this is fascinating, but I want to hear more. Yeah, that's crazy. Good fact. Okay, again, detailed and realistic. That could describe so many art pieces. Please be more specific. Mosaic pieces. Okay, that's interesting. So you've got a fact combined with an opinion or a personal connection. Okay, this is good. You've added an extra, this is like an adverb, but why? What is it about it that's so beautiful to you? Go into a little bit more detail. Okay, here's Jasmine. And Jasmine got a nice high score there. Okay, I see that this week you're using the numbers, the figure numbers from the images, but you're also telling us what it is. So that is great. And even the dates. Okay, this is interesting because you've got fact and opinion. Okay, see, I love how you're expanding on these details. Great. Good. What were the benefits? all of these things. That's amazing. Yes. Wouldn't that be awesome to have a coin with Caesar? My goodness. Yes, good. So people wonder why they're called illuminated manuscripts? Because they added light with, reflective materials like gold and silver. Good. Okay, good. Yes, so cool. Yes, good. Oh, such nice writing. Yeah, isn't that awesome? I mean, they're not just, your average lions. They've got to make them special. Great. Yeah. Okay, maybe you could have added, what was it about it that made you think of greeting cards? Okay. Huh, so it made you do more research. Very good. That might be a topic you want to explore further, right? Okay, here is Juanita or Belle. And Belle, I can already tell right away with this very, very short submission this week that you were rushing through. Careful with your spelling. And remember that we want to know more than just a date. Okay, and don't forget we need periods on the ends of our sentences. Okay, this is very simple. It doesn't really give us any facts or details. Again, what was it that ended the Roman Empire? Maybe that could be how you could expand and tell a little bit more about why it only lasted for 1,000 years. Okay, again, very simple statement. Okay, this is good. I find that interesting. Okay, also good. Okay, good. This is great. Okay, so what is it about the amphitheater, other than it's similar to the Colosseum? Because it still exists today, you could say, it's well built because, why do you like it? Don't forget to say why. Okay, give me an example here. What scene from the Bible do you recognize? Okay, this I love. And I think that's awesome too. I mean, there were no cars. Couldn't get a new car. But you could get an amazingly expensive, intricately carved box. If you were, a prince or a princess. Okay, hold on a second. Here is Tasha, and I think I might have cut off her first sentence a little bit. Ooh, I think I did. Cut off the whole first one. That's interesting. Fact and opinion, good. Yes, that's true. Why is it important? That would be a good little thing to add onto this statement. So this, I believe, Latasha, is your chapter 3. So that's okay. We can still go over it. Okay, great. But give us an example. Something that the Greeks did that we still do. Because I mean, I agree, but I want to know more. Okay, this is good. Good. Okay, very nice. Great. This is also really well done. And oh, don't you love that? It's so interesting to me. And your fascinating fact, excellent. Okay, so what I think is going on here is this is 2 chapters. Yeah. So we've got an earlier chapter. I said earlier, I said chapter 3, and I meant unit 3. And then this would be from unit 2, which is fine. I can still grade it here. Okay, expand upon your statements. What could you say? If you told anyone, did you know 3 religions originated in Mesopotamia? And they're going to first thing they're going to think is, which ones? So you might want to add that in your statement. Okay, that's cool. And of course, you know, I always think of Spaceship Earth at Epcot. You know, I live down here during near Disney, pretty close to Disney, and have had a lot of family members work there. So Spaceship Earth is one of my favorites, and they talk about the Sumerians. Okay, good. What was the name of that stela? Okay, good. Good. Yeah. Doesn't that kind of just blow you away? The whole Tower of Babel thing is real. Very nice. Okay. So your number 1 fact is the 5 facts I feel are most important. Okay, that doesn't count. Okay. Good. Very good. Okay, that's great. Yes. Yep, when you're dead, you're going to need wine. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, great, great, great. On to Madeline. Okay, Madeline. Now we're back to Rome. So, Madeline, if you were using Grammarly, you would see that all of these suggestions, just little things that you can fix to make your writing so much better. Let's see, hold on. Okay. This is a good fact. Good. Very detailed. Severus, doesn't that remind you of Harry Potter? Yeah. Columns for decoration only. Oh, isn't that a great word? Coiffure. Okay. Byzantine. And the Byzantine didn't think so. Okay, great, great, great. Very specific fact. I love that. Great. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Okay, now we're getting into things about art, which I love. Good, good, very good. Jesus was always up to something. That is the funniest thing I've heard all day. Excellent, excellent work, Madeline. Okay, and here's mahogany. Okay, I know this is a little bit small mahogany, but I'm just going to go for it. Okay, so here we start off. Make sure you're reading what other people have posted so that we're not just stating very simple facts like the year this period began. And make sure you're writing in complete sentences. Okay, this is true. Make sure you're writing complete sentences. And, okay. Here again, we've got an incomplete sentence. And this is very basic. I do like you to be a little bit more specific. Okay, so most artwork from the beginning of time to, the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, is based on religion. So I would be more specific about that fact. Okay, this is specific. Good. This is an incomplete sentence. Make sure you're writing complete sentences. And this is good. Okay, fact and opinion. Good. Okay, so what could you tell us about the entrance? What is it about it that you like? Be a little bit more specific. That's interesting. That's an interesting statement. Old rustic colors like green and blue. I really wonder about that. I mean, aren't green and blue always around us? So I would like you to be a little bit more specific in your opinion. What was it about that ceiling art? Can you be a little more specific? Okay, I like that statement. That's an artist talking there. The blue complements the yellow. Either that or you're really into fashion. Okay. So this is a nicely done piece of writing, Mackenzie. That would be Addison. Looks like no. Alright, so this is the only fact about Romans where we needed 4. I can tell because this is what it says at the top of every page. Okay, more specific, please. This is needs to be a complete sentence with punctuation, and again a little more detail. IS. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's be a little bit more detailed, and again a little bit more detailed. Let's say that about most religions that observe God or a God. All of this happened around the time. Okay, this is not specific. Yeah, you need more detail there. Okay, Roman sculpture is not a specific artwork. I'm sorry, but there were many Roman sculptures, and this is very vague. Okay, most celebrated? Why? Why is it the most celebrated? So I want to know why. Okay, this is good. Okay, next is Sierra. Sierra. Okay, so here we have simple dates. Make sure you're looking back and see what other people are writing. Again, this is like one of those common facts. We need complete sentences with capital letters and periods. I want more detail in your statements, your facts. Okay, this is a good statement. Again, just by telling me when it began, I want to know more about that date. Okay, so this is interesting. Why? Okay, this is one of those common facts that you could add a little bit more detail to. Jazz it up. Okay, again, it's pretty, it's been said a bunch of times in our class, so be careful not to be repeating the exact same things that others are saying. Okay, this is, kind of generic. Yeah, look back into this. I bet you can answer your own question, Sierra. It's usually about who is the ruler. Who is the ruler? Who's telling everyone what we should be worshiping right now. And if they say that Christianity is banned, you just have to follow what the ruler says. So it has nothing to do with Christianity itself. Now we have a choice, right? Back then, not so much. Okay, so thought and detail. I want to hear more about it. Make sure you're capitalizing the names of artworks at the beginning of your sentences and being more specific. Okay, you could give an example here. And I want you to definitely be more specific other than just saying that it's beautiful. I mean, sure, it's beautiful. Why do you think it's beautiful? What is it about it? Okay, last one for tonight is Sydney. Okay, it's an interesting way to begin. Yes, good. Yes, very specific. Nice, nice, nice. Good. Right? See what I'm saying? They said, okay, this is our religion that we're going to study now, and you've got to know it or you're going to burn. Oh, this is a good fact. Very nice and specific. Good job, Sydney. Great. Yes. I was waiting for someone to notice that. Yeah. Cool. Wouldn't it be nice to have a copy of that book? Okay, very interesting. Oh, I can't believe no one else mentioned the Hagia Sophia. It's incredible. And the stories behind it, wow. Okay, I want you to say something more about that it's beautiful. I like that you say it has intricate shapes and design. That does help. Now I know a little bit more about why you liked what you liked. Okay, everybody, that's it for this week, and I hope you have benefited from my writing feedback, and it will inform you for next week's work and coming into the midterm and final, because those are worth a lot of points, so let's make sure we do really well on that. All right, good night.